trying to sew it. Oh, maybe trying to use this. Going to take this as the Please, I started this already. Can you just take it? Please. She's next 17. 17. Hi, good morning. Welcome to my life. I want to start from here. Take it. Hope I can see. Yeah. Okay, so the stats. This is my guideline. My guideline also my shoulder line, 1 inch guideline. That was what I gave it. The shoulder I'm working with. Where's my measurements? My client's measurements. Let me look for it. Okay. I've seen it. Let others join so that we can all watch it together. Move your fabric here. See. This is the fabric we'll be working with today. This fabric is actually very beautiful fabric. So I'm just going to start by drafting the pattern for it. It's going to be a shirt dress, an elasticized shirt dress, very simple elasticized shirt dress, and it's going to be sleeveless. Welcome to my life. I'm just trying to make a very simple dress for my clients, so I thought to carry you along. Good morning. My name is Andy and welcome to my channel and to my life. So we'll be starting by the shoulder we're working with is shoulder of 15 inches. So I'm going to put the shoulder divided by 2 right here. Hello, good morning, Subash. Thank you for joining in. But she does not want her shoulder. She's an elderly person. She does not want her shoulder. You know, when you do the sleeveless, she doesn't want her shoulder showing a lot. So I'm just going to extend that by 1 inch. So I'm going to take the 7.5 plus 1 inch. That would make it 8.5. So I'm going to impute my 8.5 at this point. 8.5 at that point, right? That's the extended shoulder, right? There's a 1 inch extension for the shoulder because it's sleeveless and she's elderly. Oh, I don't speak Russian. I'm sorry. I speak English. I'm sorry. I don't speak Russian. So we're putting in the shoulder 8.5 right here, and then the bust that I'm going to work with on that 8.5 inch, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. All right, so I'll come down by 1 inch here. Then for the armhole, I'm also going, I'm sorry, I don't speak Russian. Who else is saying something? No, I don't speak Russian, please. The bust I'm working with, to get my armhole opening, that's this armhole opening here, I'm going to divide my bust, which is bust 37, divided by 6. The answer that I get plus 1.5. Okay, 37 divided by 6 would give me 6.1 plus 1.5. So I'm going to add plus 1.5. I don't know, my phone, I really can't see. Let me see, I'm coming guys. Let me fix this lightning. Okay, Oh, she's also Russian. It's also Russian girl. Oh man, I can't speak Russian. I'm sorry, guys. Isawa, I'm sorry. I'm not Russian. Oh, I'm sorry. Then, like I was saying, 37 is the bust. 37 divided by 6 would give me 6.1. So I'm going to add plus 1.5 to that. It will then give me 7.6. So that 7.6, I'm going to approximate it to 7.5, and that's what I'm going to impute after that 1 inch 1 inch I came down by from the shoulder. I'm going to impute 7.5. All right. So I'll impute my 7.5 here. I hope you can see. Let me do that. Yeah, that's better. So I'm going to impute my 7.5 here, and on that 7.5 points, I'm going to then come back here. Whatever I got on my shoulder line up here, which is 8.5, I'm going to put it down here on that 7.5 that I came down by, 8.5. I'm just going to dot that there, connect it with a straight line to this other 8.5. That's what I'm going to do right now. So I would connect it that way. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Then I'm going to then put that out with a straight line. I'm going to go out like an L shape. It's going to form an L shape. All right. Then for the neck opening, I'm working with a neck 16.5. 16.5 is the neck. I'm going to divide that by 4. Okay, I will get 4.1. So I'm going to use 4 inches for the depth of the neckline. For the depth of the neckline, I'll use 4 inches. Now for the width, for how wide this neckline would be, I will then divide that 4.1 that I got. Remember, I approximated it to 4. I will then divide it by 2, and that would give me 2 inches. Okay, if I further divide it by 2, it's going to give me 2 inches. So 2 inches is the width of my neckline that I'm working with. Okay, then I'm going to connect that with my curve ruler. Let me look for my curve ruler. Where is it from? Oh, give me a second, guys. I am so back now. Okay, I'm back. Here's my 2 sets. So I'm going to connect that now with the curve ruler. All right. Before I connect, I will come in at this point because I don't want this part pointed. Okay, so I'm going to come in at with 0.5 inch. Okay, on a straight line, 0.5 inch, and then connect that to the 2 inches that I did here. All right, and then smoothing that out because I don't want it pointy at all. For the back neckline, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. Yeah, and then connect it as well to this one, to the 2 inches points that we have here already. So to that, Nigeria, not Mali. Am I looking Mali at any point? Nigeria, please. Okay, so we've done that now, and then to get the armhole, that's our armhole. Let's work on it now. We'll come down here. Remember that we came down here by 1 inch. This is our 1 inch here, and it was from that 1 inch that we took our 7.5. Okay, we'll get the midpoint of that 7.5. We'll get the midpoint of that 7.5. Where are you from? Where are you watching me from? Midpoint of the 7.5, and then come in by 0.5. Come in by 0.5 on that point of midpoint. Then that will form our armhole opening. So let's connect it. Before we connect, let's get our bust divided by 4. 37 divided by 4 is 9.25. So I'm going to impute that on this L line. Okay, 9.25 over here, 9.25, and then we're going to add 1 inch ease allowance to that, to the 9.25, which makes it 10.25, right? 10.25. Then another 1 inch for sewing allowance. Okay, 10.25 plus another 1 inch for sewing allowance to give us 11.25. Okay, so I'm going to impute my 11.25 here, and then I'm going to connect it now. Connect it, make sure the dots connect. It does connect, it has to connect. Look for how to connect it. What I'm connecting is I'm connecting these points. Thank you. I'm connecting this point to this point and to these other points. Okay, that's the bust divided by 4. We'll connect it to this point, and then to these other points, and to these other points. So let's do that now. First, I'm going to connect it to this point with a straight line. Then I will connect it with a curve. Thank you. Give me a like, please give me a thumbs up. So I'll connect it to that point like so. Now we have the armhole curve. Okay, then for the back armhole curve, the front armhole curve is usually deeper than the back armhole curve. So let me go and curve the back armhole curve. So the back armhole curve, we're not going to be using the 1/2 inch that I came in by. I'm going to be using this other one. Connect it like so. All right, blend that out. Then for the bodies, for the bodies I'll be working with the waist length, because they have bodies. Okay, the waist length that I'm working with here is 16 plus 1 inch for joining allowance, and that will make it 17 inches. So I'm just going to put my 17 inches here and roll it out. 17 inches. 17 inches, and then I'm just going to rule it out like so. You can see me. This is something. Okay. And then I would roll it out. Let me see. I want you to see what I'm doing. Okay. Now that I've rolled that out, on this waistline, I'll be using the hip measurements because I need to elasticize it with the elastic tape. With the elastic, I would need to put an elastic at the waistline. So I'm going to use the hip measurements. And my hip, my client's hip is 43.5. I'm going to approximate that to 44 inches, okay? So 44 inches divided by 4 would give me 11, all right? So I'm just going to then impute my 11 on the waist. 11 plus the sewing allowance, okay? That's all the seam allowance. The seam allowance is 1 inch on this waist. And because I don't want it too tight at the hip area, once the garment is flowing downwards, I'm going to add 1 inch for ease allowance. And that's exactly what I'm going to do now. 1 inch for ease allowance. Altogether, I'm going to have 13 on this waist area, okay? 13 is what I'm going to have. And then I'm going to go on to connect that 13 to the bust that we have measured here at the armhole area. So let's go and do that. I'm done drafting here. I'm just going to then cut it out because I'm done drafting. Let's cut it out. Thank you, Isawa. Thank you. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. So, let's go. First, I'm going to cut the back armhole. That's what I'm going to cut now first, okay? And this is what we have. I'm not done yet. Let me put that for you. To this shoulder area, to the shoulder seam, I'm going to add ½ inch, okay? And that would be for the seam allowance. ½ inch is going to be for the seam allowance. Let me do that here. ½ inch seam allowance. So I'm bringing that out. Alright. And then I'm cutting the back first. So I'll go on and cut. Alright. Oh, that was the back. Let's place this on fabric and then cut. This fabric is a little rumpled, right? The fabric is rumpled. So I would go on and then give it ironing. I want to go and iron it, okay? And then I'll come back. I'll iron it, come back, and then place it on this fabric to cut. Let's do that. Let me iron it. I'm coming. people are still there. They left me alone. Oh, one person is still there. Thank you. Back. Good morning, Regina. Good morning, Regina. Are you still here? I'm sorry. I went to quickly hire, but as usual, NEPA have disappointed us. So, let's see. So, what I'm going to do now, I want to cut the skirt part first. Okay, I'm going to cut the skirt part first before I cut these borders that we just drafted. So, I'm going to measure what we have at the down part of these borders. That's at the waist area, right? I added 1 inch already to it, so it's 17 that I have there on this pattern. We have 13 inches. So to that, I'm going to try to get my waist. Let me put it this way so we can all see. Let me put it on the table where we can all see. Okay. Let's put it on the table where we can all see. Oh, whoa. Hope you can all see. Yeah, let's put it on the table here. It's easier that way. So we see. Everyone can see the cotton. Oh, I have a wet surface here. I'm gonna cut that out. Let me know where the front or the back is. Let me know the front or the back. Okay, I think this is the front and this is the back. So I'm going to differentiate that quickly. This is the back. This is the front. So I'm switching that back this way. Good morning, Japheth. Oh, is it Japheth now? Yeah, Japheth. It was 13 that we had on that stuff. So we're going to just fold that into 2. 13 into 2 would be, let's see. I'm trying to get the skirt part for this shirt. Alright. Fabric is so slippery. I do not want to that part. I don't want to draft it. What is it for? 13 times 4. Please give me 13. Let me see. I will get 13 here. Yeah. So I'm going to go with this. This will give me 13. It's actually good. It's 14 and there's SS. So I'm folding into 4 because I'm cutting both the front and the back skirt together. Laying it flat and ensuring that there is no raised parts of the skirt, okay? It needs to be straight. exactly what I'm doing. Okay. The one that it was. Yeah, it's enough. I'm ensuring that I have 13 all through. This fabric is difficult to work with though. Well, we'll have to pin as we go, obviously. It's just dancing all over the place. It's dancing all over the place. So I just might have to pin as I go. Pin as I go. Where are my pins? Yeah. Look at it just over here. Okay, my pins are not spinning. It's not pinning you. It's not opening you. Okay. Just ensuring that what I have is enough for the hip that I want to cut. Okay. This is an elasticized gown. It's a very simple elasticized gown. The elastic would be in the waist, at the waist rather. So now that I've pinned that and it's in place, it's no longer dancing about. I'm just going to turn it the other way. Smoothing it out as much as I can. Alright, well good. So because I'm going to have an elastic at this waist, I am then going to have 1 inch. Let me measure my elastic and then know how much I will be needing. So this is my elastic, and I'll be working with, the elastic is 1 inch. Okay, I'm working with 1 inch elastic, and then for my elastic casing, I will need 1 inch for the elastic itself. It's going to need a quarter inch for ease allowance, so that's 1 1/4. And then of course I'm going to be tucking it in by the side. That's roughly around 2 inches. I'm just going to measure 2 inches up here as my elastic casing and then roll that out. Okay, so I've seen where my 2 inches is. I'm going to use the line as a guide. Alright, we're good with that. That's my elastic casing. I have that there. I don't know if you can see it. I've measured 2 inches. And then from here is what I'm just going to measure a straight cut. There is no, I'm not doing any flared or anything. It's gathered at the waistline. It's just going to flow down. And it has the shirt in front as the upper bodies. Okay. So my client's length is 54. I have 54 as my client's full length. I'm going to then minus 54 from, minus 16 from the 54, because I have length is 16. What I have next is 38. What I have left is 38. So I'm going to measure 38 here. 38. That's what I'm going to measure now. I've gotten it here, and then I'm going to roll it out. And let's cut that out. Doing good. We're almost there. that's our shirt, and this part is entirely closed. This part I'm going to snip it open. Excuse me. Excuse me. If you have any question, please ask. If you have any questions, please ask. When you need clarification, let me know, and I will do that. Any question, you can ask. Hi, Regina. Good morning. Do you have a question? Do you understand it so far? So we have cut the skirt part of the shirt, of the gather shirt, okay? So we have two of it, one for the back and of course one for the front, okay? So we have two of them. I'm going to set this one aside now to work with the bodies that we drafted this morning, okay? And this is it. This is the one we drafted this morning. I already trimmed out the back neckline and then these other parts. So let's quickly cut that. I want to play, because this is a patterned shirt, I want to play around with the patterns. I've cut that down part horizontally, but I want to cut this one vertically. So I'm going to see if I can, if vertically can give me that I want. Let's see what it will give me. I'm going to find the front. This is the front and this is the back. So I'm going to indicate that, and let's see what we have. Let's see the width we have left, so we know what to do. I'm playing with 17.5. Let's see, 17.5. Yeah, exact. 17.5. And the width here is 13. I have SS more than that. So I'm just going to place this now on it. You see, it's just exact. Then we're going to cut out, okay? There's a little problem here now. Let me add my 2 inches for my bottom blanket. Okay, let me cut the front and then I'll turn the other way and cut the back. The front, for my bottom blanket, I'll need 2 inches. I'm just going to measure my 2 inches out where it stops. Regina, do you have any question for me? Do you understand it so far? Are you following? So we're doing 2 inches. That's for the bottom placket, and from there I am just going to now cut. This is my back. I'm supposed to place this on. Let me play the back on fold and put the front. Let me play around with this pattern. I'm just going to play around with the pattern. Disregard that one. Let me see. Play around with this pattern a little. I want to play around with the pattern a bit. I'm having a shortage there. I'm just going to cut it like that and take note of it. Take note of my shortage. And I don't want to waste this fabric because I don't have a lot of it. Okay, we're good. Pin that down and then cut. totally forgot about my shoulder slope. Let me slope that right here now. I didn't cut out my shoulder slope. That's what I'm doing right now. So I'm adding ½ inch to that shoulder slope that I did not cut out. Okay. Then of course I'm just going to rule that out now. Yep. And now I'm going to cut out my shoulder slope that I didn't cut out before. Yeah, it's looking better now. I just realized it. But I didn't take out my shoulder slope. Okay. Now we'll go back to cutting. Where's my scissors for cutting? I'm cutting the back pattern. That's what I'm cutting. Alright. The back is out. Take out my pattern, modify it for the front cutting. So I have the back pattern. This is what it looks like for the back pattern. So I'm going to modify the front now. To modify the front, I'm going to go in. Don't know if she can see. Inch, we went in at the armhole area. I'm going to just go in and cut that out. Then the front neckline, we usually deepen it, so I'm just going to deepen that as well. So the back neckline, the front bodice is ready. I'm then going to place it and cut it as well. But I want to play around with the pattern in front. So I don't want it horizontal, I want it vertically placed. So I'm just going to fold it like so. Indicate the back and the front. The front is going to have what's it called again now? Bottom plackets. I'm going to put a bottom placket of 2 inches. Okay. Two inches bottom placket. That's what I'm going to be using. So yeah. So I'll take my 2 inches this way. 2 inches. Let me see if it's going to be like that. Let me place the pattern first. still have to go down a little bit. Yeah, that's more like it. Yep. Arrange my fabric properly and take out my 2 inches button plackets. Oh, can they see? I hope. It's not so far. From that 2 inches, I'm then going to place this front pattern that I cut, that I've modified now. And of course, I'm going to pin it down. Alright. Okay, good. Okay, I've pinned it down. Time to cut. For cutting. Come over the rest. This is not good. Alright. We're done cutting. We're done cutting both. This is the back pattern, the front pattern, the skirt parts. Alright. It's time to sew. We're done drafting and cutting, so let's get to sewing. So we don't need any of this. We're done drafting. Let me get to sewing. An empty bottle. reel my thread. Let me get my stuff ready. Because I'm around, it's time to sew. Let me adjust it. I'm first going to reel my thread, my matching thread. Let me look out for matching thread for it. I suppose, where did I keep my matching thread? This is it. I want to reel my bobbin. Darkness, dear Lord, with me abide. Comfort me, blessing. So what I'm going to do now is to go put my fusible interfacing on both sides of the 2 inches that that I had measured. I'll put a very soft fusible interfacing on both sides of the bottom blanket, and I'll come back. Alright, we're back. Up so you can see what I'm doing properly. Alright, we're back. So I've put the fusible interfacing in it, and I'm just going to look at the side that this is my fusible interfacing. I don't know if you can see it. already put it in it. So let's start the sewing. I'm looking for the parts that would be the overlay. This one would be the overlay. So yeah, I'm folding it 1 inch and another 1 inch again, like so. I want to test the stitches first if they are okay. I don't want to run it on my fabric, my actual fabric. Okay. I don't have issues with my stitches, they are good. So we're going to begin the actual sewing now. I want to go and give it a good press. And I've done one part of it, but I need to iron it. This is what it looks like. It's the button placket. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what it looks like. Okay, let me iron it. press it and then come back. going to iron. So I'm done ironing. This is what I have. I sew. Oh, my network is bad again. Let's see what we